Hey friends, this is Grace and welcome to my channel and welcome to October's Creating with Sketches YouTube hop. We are actually at the end of this YouTube hop. Can you believe it? I have enjoyed being inspired and watching all of the other ladies do their videos and be inspired by what they create. And I've also learned a few things about myself as a creator when it comes to following Allison Davis sketches. If you have not heard, we are basing all of our layouts on the paid content of Creating with Sketches. It's a class at Scrapbook Generation. It's a class plus you get a bunch of sketches. So basically there's 10 sketches and then there's like at least I want to say 20 variations for each sketch. So you really get a good amount of inspiration and ideas from this particular class slash grouping of sketches. I highly recommend it. And no, I am not sponsored by Scrapbook Generation. I wish, right? But this is just, we just believe in the products that they offer us creative scrapbookers. And so we just decided that it would be really fun to do this as a group. Now, we are working on double page sketch number 5, and I decided to do the variation number 7. And I would have to say that I did it loosely. The main thing why I didn't quite follow the sketch to a T is because, of course, of the photos that I have. That's always like the big thing for me is if my photos don't match, then I have to adjust the layout or the sketch to match my photos. And that's just how I work. I mean, some people, they manipulate their photos beforehand so it'll fit a sketch. And that's all right, that works for you and for your creating. But for me, I actually like to work with my photos first and then kind of manipulate or match my sketch with the photos or the stories that I want to tell. So with this one, it had all of the little circles and it kind of like it was like a patchwork of some sort, and it goes all the way on the bottom of the bottom right of the right page and then all the way through the left page. And so I'm going to do something similar to that, but it's not going to look exactly the same, of course, because I have that row of photos on the bottom of my first row. And that's okay. I'm okay with that. For me, photos are still more important than anything else. And so I'd rather have my images, my photos there to capture the moment. And so I'm using my Creative Memories circle punch, and I'm actually using I think it's the 1 3/8. It's smaller than the 2-inch, bigger than 1.5. I think. I don't know. I can't remember anymore the sizes of it, but it's the bigger one from the two-pack punch. And then I'm also going to use the smaller one later on for layering. But first, I decided, you know what? This layout, as much as I like it's actually not a white background. There's kind of a subtle hint of like light blue paint that's supposed to have gone in there, and I like it. I like the subtle effect of it. Unfortunately, it's just my comfort zone, or like the way I look at layouts, I need to have a border. So I created a strip of border, just cutting the 6x6 paper in 1/4-inch strips, and then I'm just gluing them together. And yes, they're only 6 inches, and so I have to kind of piece them together, but I really don't mind that part. I feel like there's certain 6x6 papers that lends itself with just the patchwork or the putting them together type of design, and the strips of paper are so forgiving, because they're just strips. So If you're not really studying it, you can tell that they were put together, but that's all right with me. So I'm just making sure that they're all lined up nice, and then I will trim off the excess. And then I did miter the edges of the corners there to make it look prettier, and then I'll put the layout together again. And then now I'm going to be putting my photos, and because I added the border, so now it's not a true 12 by 12, but that's okay. I can crop one of these photos and just make that a little bit shorter, a little bit smaller in width, so that it will fit my space there. And again, if you are just joining me with the hop, make sure you check out the description box below, because it will have the links to all of the other ladies that are participating in this month's hop. And I'm going to tell you right now, I have enjoyed the videos of just like recap or kind of share videos. I really like doing those because it helps me to kind of reflect on what I have done. And so I am thinking that I wanted to do a little bit of a layout share with all of the layouts that I created for this particular hop. So make sure that if you are not a subscriber yet, make sure that you subscribe so that you will be notified when I do post that video. So basically, I am going to just do a quick run through of all the layouts that I created for this particular hop. And don't know when that's going to happen, but it will happen soon. I have to say, I've been quite prolific with my paper crafting this year. I think it has to do with all of these things that I have committed myself to do, challenges, this blog hop, things like this, and I have really enjoyed it. Okay, so now I have punched out a few of the 6x6 papers for the circle kind of patchwork thing that I'm doing, and so I am just going to glue them together so that they're all connected. And then I also, this particular sketch really lends itself for smaller design papers, like ones for 6x6, because then you can see all the designs in the smaller circle. Because if they were at 12 by 12 and then we try to punch circles in there, I don't know how much of the words that you're really going to see or the designs. So I like how the smaller papers lends itself with this particular sketch. Okay, so some of my videos have cut off, so I'm going to do this little part here very slow, or slower than my normal. But what I have done to finish off the layout was I added a paper just like on the sketch, and it's going to be on the top left side, and then that's where my journaling is. I did type and print my journaling. By the way, these photos are just of me and my family going around Orlando. We went there in 2021, and these are pictures of, they call it the International Avenue, I think what it's called. But basically it is where there's a bunch of shopping. The Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum is there, and it's just a bunch of like really touristy things. We went there a couple of times. One was at night. Actually, I think we went there 3 times, but a couple of times at night, and then one during the day. We also had to go to the largest McDonald's we've heard it's the largest McDonald's in the whole world, and it was large. There was like 3 stories, and then they offered like pizza and pasta and really interesting things, but the food was okay. I probably won't go back to that. But anyways, I did add some layers to the circles, and they are here. So thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye now.